It all started with a faint. We had the ambulance come and they took me into hospital to check me over. And then that's when I started to have proper seizures.
Before I had seizures, it's pretty much just your average 12-year-old in school, hanging around with friends, thinking I was really cool when I wasn't.
I felt like this was like the happiest I've ever been. And I was so looking forward to starting college. Then like the next day I woke up with a really bad stomach pain and I just had my first seizure.
The first time I ever heard of NEAD was when I was diagnosed. I was like, what? What is this? Never heard of that before.
There isn't medicine you can take when you're better. It's to do with your feelings.
Broke my heart. I was no longer the person that I wanted to be.
I felt very isolated and it made me feel very stressed.
I have lots of different types of seizures. A classic convulsion seizure, blackout seizure, which just looks like fainting or passing out.
Silent seizures, ones where they're very violent and I kick out.
So my vision goes really weird, it goes really dark and slightly pixelated. You know when you're underwater and you can hear people above you and then eventually you start hearing this like, Molly, Molly, and you're like, what's happening?
My attendance at school is fairly poor.
I wasn't allowed to get on trains or anything on my own or be on my own. And because I was becoming a teenager, my friends were being more independent. I felt isolated.
It does frustrate me sometimes where I haven't been able to go out with my friends because I'm like having a bad day with the seizures or something.
My mum would always be phoning me and texting me saying, are you okay? I didn't want her there. You know, I wanted her to leave me alone. Like a normal teenager.
First of all, they thought it was a brain tumour, and then they thought it was epilepsy, and I was having seizures upon seizures. One day I had 93.
My consultant put his hands up and said, I don't know how to help you. And then that's when I came here to St Thomas's, the Evelina, and my life changed. I felt safe. I felt like they genuinely wanted to help me.
I was basically just a robot almost, like a machine. Just emotions are icky, they're messy, I don't do them, like I'm shut off from the world.
I was thinking I don't want to tell anyone. I was embarrassed because they might think like seeing a psychologist, like you're going crazy.
Well, I was very definitely a big skeptic going into my first psychologist meeting, but you've got to work your way through it. She suggested why some of the things I do and the things I feel might be happening.
I've learned to talk to people because I used to hold everything in and I just bottle it up, and then the way I do it is I explode with a seizure. I feel like dancing helped me because I can express my feelings through dance, especially during ballet, and I thought it let my feelings go and I felt more happy.
Going to the gym makes me feel so good. It just gives me that sense of control.
Drama for me it's definitely one of the best things I could have possibly gotten interested in, because it's so freeing. Like, you don't have any of your problems at that time, and it's like you can forget all about that and you can just be that person in that moment and you don't have to worry about anything.
I think the most important thing to do is accept the fact that you've got NEAD and it will be okay.
It's who I am now, and it's something that I need to, and I have, accepted.
I'm not alone in this. Somebody else has gone through this and they know how I'm feeling. It's just very, very comforting.
Everything will be okay.
If you have great support, then you'll be fine.